Sometimes you just want things to be different, but you're not quite sure how you would like them to change. Well, knowing that clarity is an essential part of any manifestation process, what do you do when you don't know what you want? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So let's get into this topic. Hello, everyone. I'm Tammara-Nicole Gardner. I'm the author and creator of the 12 Guiding Stars system. And this video is part of my Freedom Challenge series. If you have missed the first two videos, I will link the playlist above and down below so that you can check those out. Throughout this series, what I have done is invite you to come along with me to manifest your personal definition of freedom in one major area of your life. And throughout that process, we're going to learn the basics of manifestation together with a real world example in your life. So definitely pick up those first two videos if you missed them. Again, I'll link it above and down below, and then come on back to this video where we're going to talk about the next step in the process, which is clarity. And this may be an area that might surprise you that a lot of people struggle, or maybe it's resonating with you because you clicked on this video because you are struggling. You are not alone. It is very common for people to be unclear about what it is that they actually desire. They just know that something funky is going on in their life and they would like it to change. They would like it to be different, but they're not sure exactly how they want to see it suss out. I see this happen oftentimes because people are afraid to admit what they really want. And a lot of that fear is rooted in our social programming and conditioning and what has taught us and essentially brainwashed us, for lack of a better term, to believe that there is a specific cookie cutter set way of setting up your life and achieving fulfillment and happiness. But the truth is that real fulfillment and happiness comes from within. And we have not been taught in our culture to shut off all of the external noise and be still and quiet and go within and discover what that really is. And sometimes when we discover what that really is, it freaks us out a little bit. That is normal. That is why in the previous video, we worked on a nervous system regulation exercise. So if what you're trying to manifest is a little buzzy, a little zingy, and you're feeling a little nervous about actually having what you want, go back to that video, check that out, work through the exercise to get your nervous system calm and regulated. When your nervous system is calm and regulated, then you can hear that voice within and start to shape a little bit of clarity around the vision that you want to have in this area of your life. I also want to give you an exercise that when you decide what it is that you think you want, you can test that out by doing a series of why questions. So let me explain this with an example. Let's say you decide that you want to win the lottery. What I would encourage you to do is ask yourself, why? Why do you want to win the lottery? And get down beneath that. Maybe the answer to that is, well, I want to experience financial freedom. I want to pay off my debt. Why do you want to do that? Right? And keep asking why and drilling down and drilling down. And normally what happens is that you get down to a feeling. What you're really trying to manifest is not a thing or an experience per se. It's the feeling that that thing or experience will give you. So for me personally, during this challenge, I'm working on career plus finances. And so I've had to sit with myself and ask myself why it is that certain things are coming up for me. Why do I want to manifest those things? It's really insightful information because as we move through the process into embodying our desire, which is going to come later, But when we embody our desire, what we really want to do is capture that feeling. So it's important to know what that is, what is underlying, what is underpinning the want that you believe that you have. And sometimes as you work through the process of asking why and working on discovering your why, you discover that what you thought you wanted on the surface is not what you actually want. Because again, we have a lot of social conditioning, a lot of programming from our parents, from our culture, from the media, from all of these external sources. And it's so prevalent that we oftentimes do not even realize how programmed we really are to just automatically choose the thing that we've been taught to believe will give us fulfillment and happiness. So I do encourage you to pull out your journal, go through this why exercise. Go back to the area of your life that you've identified for this freedom challenge. So for example, mine is career. And I want to change in my career. I am shifting from being a commercial real estate attorney to being a full-time personal development author, speaker, and coach. And that's a major change in my life. And I've had to examine my why. And that has helped solidify for me that this is the right choice for me, that it's truly aligned with what my soul desires. So go ahead and give that a shot. Let me know in the comments below how it's going for you. What are you working on? What's coming up for you? How are you feeling throughout this process? I would love to hear from you. And if you want to make sure that you are among the first to be notified when the next video in this series comes out, please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Until next time we meet, keep shooting for the stars.